Tomorrow's Ohana Festival will conclude spring ball for the University of Hawaii football team. The Warriors have held 14 practices during the spring session, and with so many new faces under the helmets and in the coaching staff, much of the time was spent getting everyone acclimated to each other and the new systems. And the team feels like they've made a lot of progress.
Remember, we lost 7 or 8 starters on offense, and I think the guys have done a great job of picking up what we're doing.
The core guys are back from last year, so, with new guys coming in, all they're going to do is, compliment us and, help us win ball games, because we're going to have to win on defense this year.
Anytime you get out, you take a break and you come back, you're going to have a few pulls or some strains, but overall, it was a pretty healthy spring ball we had.
For me to work with these guys at this time, I'm pretty lucky and fortunate to be in this position.
Now, the other thing the team's been working on this spring is their ha'a, and from the looks of it, they were still just a little rusty. They'll perform for fans tomorrow.
I hope you're all having a pleasant evening. NFL Draft kicks off tomorrow with a handful of former Warriors hoping their phone rings. Most talked about of the bunch is record-setting quarterback Colt Brennan, who finished 3rd in the Heisman Trophy race.
It's a really tough process. For me, it's been especially tough. I've had a lot of obstacles to overcome. I've had a lot of criticism to overcome. But, it's kind of like this is what I've always wanted to do. And so I think, every time I tried to go play football, whether it was in college, whether it was at high school, modern day, everyone kind of said, oh, you're not going to make it. It was never very easy going into that process. But every time I just kind of said, you know what, I'm going to do it, this is what I want to do, it always seemed to work out. Well, no matter where I get drafted, it's all going to matter what I do after I get drafted. And as long as I focus on that, and get there and do what I'm supposed to do, I should be all right.
Besides Colt, guys like Ryan Grice-Mullins, Devon Best, and Jason Rivers have the best chances of getting drafted. 2 rounds tomorrow, 5 rounds on Sunday. UH men's basketball team signed a major recruit today in 6'7" JC All-American Roderick Flemming of Weatherford College in Texas. Flemmings averaged 21 points and 12 rebounds last season, was recruited by some major players like UConn, Georgetown, West Virginia, and Kentucky. He's a 6th player signed by UH, joining 3 other JC transfers, high schooler Adam Jesperson of Canada, plus the return of Hiram Thompson, who's been on a Mormon mission.
The Rainbow Warrior basketball team is celebrating the signing of a top recruit who chose UH over Kentucky, Connecticut, Georgetown, and West Virginia. Roderick Flemming is headed to Hawaii. The 6'7" small forward is a junior college first-team All-American. Last season at Weatherford, he was named Player of the Year by the North Texas JC Conference, averaging 20 points and 11 rebounds a game. UH baseball team's bats remain red hot on the road at La Tech. Hawaii used a 5-run first inning to claim a 5-1 lead and never looked back. UH took game 1 of its series with the Bulldogs 13-7. Bulls have now won 11 of their last 14 games. The Wahine softball team didn't fare so well on the road. 10th ranked Fresno State held on in for the 4-3 win. Hawaii drops to 7-5 now in WAC play. Hundreds of gridiron stars will have their pro dreams realized this weekend, and among them are about a dozen with local ties. The first to go could be a guy from Kauai. Waimea grad Jordan Dazon is projected to go as high as the 2nd round in tomorrow's draft or the middle of the 3rd. The Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year and first-team All-American finished with 160 tackles at Colorado last year. Teams with strong interest are the Lions, Colts, and Bears. Negatives on him: Dazon is said to be undersized at 6 feet and a little slow. And of course, Colt Brennan is hoping to be the next pro to come out of the University of Hawaii. There's been a lot of discussion on how hip surgery this month will affect just when the former QB from Hawaii goes. Heisman finalist is listed a 3rd-round pick to a late-round selection. Now, here are the predictions from NFLscott.com. If Colt is going there, they have him leaving in the 4th. All of UH's former receivers, Ryan Grice-Mullins, Devon Best, Jason Rivers, are expected to go in the 6th round. That site lists former Hawaii O-lineman Hercules Satele as a mid-7th rounder. NFLDraftScott.com has Dazon in the 4th. A couple more Kamehameha grads left. Brennan Carvalho, who is at Portland State, is a 6th-round pick, and Kolo Kapanui of West Texas A&M could make the 7th.
Let's talk sports. This weekend, gridiron dreams come true. The NFL Draft goes down tomorrow and Sunday, and among the guys with Hawaii ties who will be waiting patiently for phone calls, Jordan Dazon, Jason Rivers, Ryan Grice-Mullins, Devon Best, just to name a few. But perhaps most notably, record-setting UH quarterback Colt Brennan. The questions regarding Colt have revolved around his weight, durability, and quality of competition in college. While it has been noted, his strengths have been his accuracy, leadership, and charisma. He is projected by most analysts as anywhere between a 3rd and 7th round pick.
I see a lot of criticism. Oh, look what happened when they played Georgia. They played a cupcake schedule. In the 2 years before that, we played SC, Alabama, Michigan State, Purdue, Arizona State, Oregon State. And I got game tape of me having a lot of success against these teams. Because we had success my junior year, nobody would play us my senior year. People will still talk about me being 185 at the Senior Bowl, and he has size issues. He's 218 now, yeah, but he was 185 3 months ago. It's like, well, who cares, you know? The Senior Bowl thing that also made me upset was everyone said I had a bad week down there. I don't know how you can be, named captain and be named a starter after 5 days of practice and say you had a bad week. I didn't really do much in the game, but I didn't really have a bad week. It's all how you look at it. I need the team to step up and say, you know what, it's kind of all that negative stuff, push it out at the side and say, look what this kid's done, watch the game film. This is the kid we want, and they give me a shot, and I'll prove it. I just need that chance, and it's going to, hopefully come this weekend.
Brennan is also rehabbing from arthroscopic hip surgery he had several weeks back, but says it's going well. A player with the rep of being a big-time baller is heading to the University of Hawaii. Roderick Flemming, a 6'7" swingman and junior college All-American, has signed a letter of intent to play for Bob Nash as a Rainbow Warrior. Flemming picked Hawaii over Kentucky and was also courted by the likes of UConn, Georgetown, and West Virginia. He hails from Texas and originally played for Oklahoma State out of high school before eventually transferring to Weatherford College in Texas, where he averaged over 20 points and 11 rebounds. Bob Nash says, not since A.C. Carter have the Bows signed a player as talented and exciting as Flemming.